Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are building yet another 3D wooden model. Now if you saw in the last video, we had made the Ferris wheel, but if you hadn't checked it out already, go back and watch it. You'll see how good this model is. It's a very entertaining model. But this time we are building very nicely made lotus bridge, and it's from New-land, like the other one, with a code of XF-G031H, with age 8+, and dimensions of 35.7 by 16.8 and 14.2 centimeters. So all in all, it would be a fairly big model. So a total of 141 pieces as well. So unlike the other one, this may be a bit more tricky to do. And yeah, let's get into see what we have. And as always, wrapped in cellophane to keep everything intact. Right, so what do we have? First things first, is what we come to is we have a coloured sheet, and it comes with a bit of a background to what the Lotus Bridge or the Lotus Bridgette originates to. So that would be interesting if you're learning about history, about Japanese history. That would be very nice. So there's that bit. And next thing we come to is this instructions. It folds out quite neatly. So we've got, like previous model, we've got 1, 2, we've got the key here showing what parts you have, and you've got another part of the key here, and you go from A right the way through to G on the first part or first page, and then through H to K, L, and then N right the way through to your finished product. So let's see how many sheets we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So lay them out all neatly. And they're all coloured as well, like the other one. Oh, some of them can be a bit flimsy as well and come loose. Due to being laser cut, they will be fairly loose. And as I said in the previous build as well, you will also have a little number in the corner. So this one you have 5-4, so you know what part you are looking for. And as always, as well, with every single wooden model as well, just in case you catch yourself, you got a splinter or something like that, you've got a little bit of sandpaper, you can just sand it all off. Okay, so from there, what we shall do now is we shall start from the first stage and see what we have to build. So from stage A, you need to find 2 parts of A1, and then you need A2, and then A3, and it builds what looks to be 2 little staircases. So if you're unsure, like I said in the previous build, if you're unsure what you need to look for, you just flip it over, look for your key, and you know what you're looking for. So with the A parts, they are on strut 5-2. So we need 5-2, where would that be? Which was actually right underneath the instructions. So we need to pop out 4 of these parts. We just pop these out. Just be careful not to break the part. There we go. There we go. And then, as I said, we need A2, 2 of A2 and 2 of A3s. So A2 or A3 would be on strut 5-3. So we get this strut here and we just pop, just be careful not to break them and catch yourself. Just need to pop these out, and then we shall have ourselves 2 of A3s right there, and they'll just come together in one, but just take the middle part out. Now this middle part you don't really need to, you can just chuck that away. And then we need an A2, so if we look on the instructions to see where it is, it would be on, if I can find it, of course, A2 would be on strut 5-1. So you need 2, like I said, you need 2 of them, so you can make 2 of the steps. And then we've got all these pieces out. So we move these struts out of the way so we don't get everything in the way. And then what we do, we get A2. Oh, we've got, always make sure as well you pop these little parts out from the centre. And if you struggle, ask a parent or guardian, and they can pop these centre pieces out and just look something like that. You do that to all four parts. Some of them can be a bit tricky. With the bits that you pop out, you can just throw to one side because you don't need them, so you can just use them for matchsticks, or you can just throw them away in the bin. They can always come in use for something else, really. Right, okay, so we have these pieces out already. So what we do is we place one of the A1s onto, or both, 2 A1s on each side of A2. So then you've got something looking like that. And then you get one of your A3s, and then with these 2 top slots here, you just slide it on underneath. If they will go, if they want to go. It can be a bit tricky. So while I go do this, I'll pause the video from here. I'll go ahead and do this, and I'll see you back in a second when I've got both of these steps done. Back in a sec. Okay, and we're back. And as you can see, I have done both these steps. Now, in this instruction, you would think to do it in order from going from A1 to add to A2 and then add A3. Now what I would find easier is if you add the A1, both A1s into A3s first, and then add A2. It would make everything a lot easier. Everything is a little bit looser as well, and then when you add A2, it tightens everything up, which is a lot better. So we have 2 of them. We have both of those steps now. So we move on to stage 2, or stage B. And what we do now is we get A4 and A5. So look back on the key, as always, looking at the key. A4 and A5 is on strut 5-3. So we find 5-3 and pop this one out. So this looks to be the main base of the bridge. Pop that one out. And then we want both A4s, which looks to be the side of the bridge. And you get another little bit inside as well, just throw that to the one side. And before you put these 2 pieces on, you've got all these little parts inside as well. I'll just pop all of them out. There we go. That's one side. Just get the centre part. So just be careful. Okay, and there we go. So we've got all those centre parts out. Now what we do is we then grab A2 or the A4 and then just either way, I would imagine, yep, either way, just place it onto the sides and then, oh, without getting it stuck too much, there we go. So we have the side, both sides in like so. Now next part we need is the A6, which is on strut 5-2, which are these ones here. And yet again you've got two parts on the inside. And don't worry if you break the middle parts on the inside as well. You don't really need them. So as always, these are just being thrown away. Like so. Flip the instructions back over so we can see what we're doing. And then with these ones, what we do is we just grab these two and then with a little bit of gentle force, you slide them in. What you do is you slide it in to the side. So while I do that, I'll see you in a sec. And we're back. Now, as you can see, I put both parts on the inside. They can be a bit tricky as well. So, as you can see, it just shows on the inside. There's bits attached to the sides here as well, and they also attach to the side bits here. Also, what I've done is I've gone ahead and put the steps in from stage A. Can be a bit tricky just persuading them in, but with a little bit of help from a parent you're able to get them in. So okay, from there we then go straight to stage E. We need 4 A7s, which would be on strut 5-2, which we have right here. So we get all 4, and they would be, by the looks of it, the side walls for the bridge. Okay, so we flip this over, and then what we do is with all 4, we just slide them in to the little slots at each end, and then join them up to this cross-section part. A bit of force again. With being wooden models and being laser cut, they are a bit stiff in doing. So just join them up to the slot here, and then repeat that with the other 3 ends. Okay, so there's that one. And then we get this one as well. There we go, that one snapped together quite easily, very nicely. There we go, and that's snapped in together as well. So there we go, we have all four on each end. So that is stage E complete. Now with stage F we need 4 of the A8s, which would be on 5-2 again. So we get all 4 of these. We'll pop them out. And just to make sure as well, you've got the centre parts here, you just pop them out like so. So we'll just pop them all out. And the centre parts you don't really need, so you can just throw them away. Or as I said before, you can use them for something else. So with A8, just plop them on each end of the corners. And just slide them in like so. They are a bit tight as well. There we go. Just be careful not to break these certain parts as well, because they are a bit thin. Okay, so what we then do is go on to stage G. Now we need 2 A9s, which would be on strut 5-4, and we need also 2 of B1s as well, which are on the same strut. So A9s would be ones with the centre of like a house roof as well. So I'll pull this one is a bit stuck. There we go. With a bit of luck, hope and luck, push them all out fairly easily. There we go. So you get 2 of them, and you need 2 of the B1s as well, which and there we go. So we've got all these out, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead, put these on, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I've done it. So I'll see you in a few secs. Okay, and now we are back. So as I was saying, we've got all in the sections in together. Some of them can be a bit tricky. The things that I found tricky with the insides here and joining into the insides of the actual slots, but as always, with a bit of persuasion, they're a bit easier. So go on to the next stage, and as you can tell, I've gone ahead and popped most of the parts out. The only parts that I haven't popped out at the moment are the roof sections, because they still look similar to each other. So I've placed these parts into specific orders on what we need for the next part. Okay, so running through to the next stage, which is stage I, we need to get B4s and some B3s, which are, you need 6 of your B4s, which are these little red pieces here, and then what you then do is then you just run them along the inside of each of these parts here. So you just then place them in like so, and you just repeat the process over again. On every single one. Just double check that you're doing it right and getting it in the right slots and it needs to be in. Okay, so we then grab the other two, or the last two, and what we then do is we then go for your two B3s, which are just clear or normal coloured wood pieces, no coloration whatsoever. And then what you do is you place them on the inside here and here. It should just be easy to slot in. So some of them you can just test fit before you put them in. If they don't fit in you just grab the sandpaper that you had before, just go in, and you then go ahead and sand them off. Okay, so next bit we need to find B7, which are these pieces here, and we place them on the inside. I think they go like so, I think. So you just place it just there, and you just repeat the same process on the other side. And then what you do is you get two B5s, or you get 4 B5s and 2 B6s to make up one of these. And as you can see, has nicely inscripted Japanese or Chinese writing. And then what you do is, what we can do now is we can just place that on top of there. And then you have something that looks like that. Okay, so you repeat the same process again for the other side. And there we go. There we go. So that is those parts done. Next, we then get 2 B8s, which are these big parts here, and then we place them either end on top of the end of the actual bridge. And as you can hear, you just slot, they just pop in fairly nicely on one end, and then just do the same for the other end. Again, just make sure you don't catch the end, otherwise you can splinter them. Next bit we do is we get 2 B9s. The last bit for stage J. They're the B9s here, and those parts then go in to the centerpiece just here. There we go. That's one. There we go. So at the end of stage J, you would have something looking like that, beginning of the centre of the tower. And then we move on to stage K. So what we need is 4 of the C1 pieces, which we have here. And then you just place them. Oh no, these are the C2, sorry. You then get the 4 C1s first, sorry. So your C1s look a lot like that. And then what you do, you can work it out. And just place it down. On the inside like so. Fairly fiddly as well, but with a bit of luck you can easily get them in. There we go. And the last one. This one doesn't want to go in, so let's flip this one around, bring it closer to me. There we go. So that's your C1's done in inside there. Now you need your C2s, which are the parts that I picked up to start off with. And your C2s then go. Okay, so they go on the inside. Should be fairly straightforward. Okay, there we go. So that's that one. And then we just repeat the same again for the other three. As you can hear, they're just popping in. Just like so. There we go. Now, last part of stage K, we get two C3s. You get your two C3s, and then what you do is you just place them on the end, right, so, like so. And there we go. So you have something look like that all the way around across. Okay, so that is stage K complete. We now move on to stage L, and as like I said before, I popped every single piece out, and what I've also done is I've gone ahead and made 4 parts containing of C4 to C6, and there is also one that looks like that without the centerpiece in the top there, which is C7 and C8. So now what we do is I think place that okay. There we go. So it does the same like that. So what I'll do is I'll pause from here. I'll just go ahead, put all 3 on, and I'll catch you in a second. And we're back. Now, as you can see, I've done all those parts. I've put all the tower struts in. Also, what I have done is I've put all 4 sections of each tower roofing on. I put the centre roofing on. I've also skipped through to the final stage and made the final tower. So that means for stage N, which needs parts D4 to D6 to make the bottom part, and then you need D7 to D8 to make the cross section, and then E1 for the roofs, and then the centre pieces inside are E2s. So, well, last means peace. Just place it on top. Place it on top there, just like so. Oh, when it decides to go in. There we go. And there you go. There you have your New-land 3D wooden lotus tower or lotus bridge. Now, I think building time would have took anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half. It can be a bit tricky in some areas. So some of the areas that are a bit tricky are the insides, and you've got some of the roof structure. They are a bit hard, but all in all, it's quite a fun build. Can be difficult, like I said, but yeah, really enjoyable to build. Once again, I'd like to thank Crazytoys for letting me build this, and also the Ferris wheel that you saw in the previous video. I'd also like to thank them for sponsoring me with their products, allowing me to do this. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here doing this video for you, for yourselves here. So if you like this build, please leave a like, leave a comment. Always be nice to know what you guys think, what sort of builds you're interested in. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel. It'd be nice for you to know. And also, if you like this build, or if there's any other builds, I'll leave both links to this model in the description, and I'll also leave a link to the Crazytoys store in the description. That will be it, and I will see you, hopefully, in the next video. Remember, keep building, keep thumbs easy, and bye bye.